Now, after concerns around young people contracting various sexually transmitted diseases, Phathutshedzo Netshimboni decided to create a condom that men would usually use during their sexual encounters. Now, he's the founder of Raw Pleasure Condoms, and he joins me now to talk more about his journey. Many thanks for your time this evening, Phathutshedzo. Let's start with the reasons that you developed this product to sell to the market. In your research, what did you find was happening and why were people not using condoms as a big issue here in the country?
So people not using condom, it was because with the condom that we have, they were never asked what is it do they want in a condom. So we are expecting them to use a condom, but we didn't ask them what is it do they want and all and all that.
And what makes Raw Pleasure different from other condoms? Tell me a little bit about the actual product and what makes it different.
So Raw Pleasure, it's a male condom which is customized to give pleasure to women. Because I read somewhere where they were talking about the stats saying that female, they're testing 4 times than the males at their age. So I had to ask them what is it do they want in a condom so that they can start using a condom. So that's where they gave me all those things, from the lube, the texture of the condom and the smell, and that with all that information, that's when we came up with Raw Pleasure.
That's very interesting. And tell me, what has the journey been like entering this particular market? There are many global brands that are out there already. So how have you been able to enter the market and encourage young people to buy your particular product?
Entering the market, I basically had a lot of challenges. As far as I know, Raw Pleasure, it's the only South African condom brand recently in the market. So we have had a lot of challenges, more especially in trying to put them in the retails and all that. But then the response from the people, it's been amazing. We're busy working on taking Raw Pleasure to Namibia, which is really amazing because we only launched Raw Pleasure on the 1st of December last year, and we hardly even have 6 months in the market.
And I'm glad you bring up the launch date. You launched it very intentionally on World AIDS Day, and I just want you to maybe talk about the importance of launching it then and really highlighting the importance of safe sexual encounters.
We had to launch it on World AIDS Day because World AIDS Day is the only time that most of the people, that's when we talk about HIV. So if it's not World AIDS Day, we forget about it and we act as if we are not in the middle of this HIV pandemic.
Right, now talk us through the funding and how it is produced and where it's produced. Is it proudly South African? Have you been able to create some jobs through the establishment of the business?
In South Africa, we don't have latex manufacturers. They did try to build one years ago, and apparently it was not successful. So with all this latex manufacturing, it's being created at our own specification, which is the specification that we got from our people while we're doing a research. So Raw Pleasure, it's being done in Malaysia at our own specification. And the funding part, it was tricky. I had to invest on the business, and also I had to get assistance from my parents too.
Right, and talk us through the jobs that you've been able to create. Have you seen some expansion in the business?
Yes, I've seen expansion, because the first week after we launched, I used to distribute it locally. So right now I'm even distributing it as far as other African countries where I get clients who really like the brand.
Right, and of course you did mention a little earlier that the big aim here is to get it in to the big retail chains within South Africa, and I'm sure you'll be able to achieve that. At 25 years old, here's Phathutshedzo, who has created his own condom brand, one he believes is the only one perhaps that is South African and is competing with the big brands. Phathutshedzo, thank you very much for your time this evening. So Sally, that is Entrepreneurship Friday for today. A lot of interesting businesses that people are establishing. And I think this one is particularly good during COVID-19 times with people being at home.
Yes. Never a dull moment from you, young lady. Thank you very much.